y'all are late.
Hey, I have an excuse.
That's a pretty cute excuse. You may have. I saw some more questions out there.
Yeah, I have a question and I want to be reassured, I guess.
Okay.
My question is, I remember 2 years ago when last year Voltaire was our MC, he was phenomenal.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, before that, I remember the MC could not seem to keep his hands from touching every person. He had to hold her hand, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I heard that we're having an MC this year. I don't know who it is. Apparently, they aren't before. Okay, I want to make sure.
It's going to be fine.
Okay.
It's going to be fine. Different celebrities have different fidgets with how they interact with people.
Okay.
Anthony's done it before. He's fine.
So this will make sure that if we have something being read, that it's going to be heard by the audience because we haven't thought into what to be
Oh,
read.
for sure. Well, that is kind of a different issue. That's more of a backstage issue, sound levels and stuff.
No. I remember the MC 2 years ago was even though he was supposed to be saying our stuff, he kept on talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Totally messed up.
No.
That's what I want to make sure.
They now have copies, you know, and it says read from the form in the copy. Should be fine.
And
Should be
it's in
fine.
his contract that he's supposed to be there on time.
Yeah, and you know what? He's definitely not grabby. He was the most, although he was horribly late that first year, he was like one of the most gracious men I've ever met. Very non-touchy, very professional. It'll all be good. I'm actually really excited. When I heard he was coming back, I was like, okay, number one, is he going to be on time? They said yes, it's in the contract. I was like, good.
And also, I just made Voltaire again, so.
Right.
Right.
And keep in mind too, if you guys have something specific you're wanting to do, don't be afraid to, maybe say something before you go on stage to the MC and say, I don't need help or I don't need to hear it. I've got something planned, and you might want to be specific about that. I know there have been years.
Actually on the form.
Yeah.
Be really specific on the
Right.
form.
Be as specific as you can as to how you want things, because the more specific you are, the better your chances are they're going to do what you ask.
Also, this may seem like a really stupid thing to note. Please print clearly on the form. I've seen some of those forms. We do not speak Sanskrit, chicken scratch, or hieroglyphs. Basic English is fine. Thank you. More questions?
With the celebrity judges, what do you tell the celebrity judges who have no idea who Dawn is? How do you give them any
We tell them Joe's vote rules. However, everyone does vote equally. I mean, the previous Dawn knows what it takes to be Dawn. I've been doing it the whole time, Joe's been doing it the whole time. Most celebrity judges are pretty much just like, well, what do you guys think? Which is all right. I have no idea what the hell Mickey Rudy is going to, although he was married to Ava Gardner, and Joe just looks an awful lot like Dawn. So, interestingly enough, the year you won, the celebrity judge whose last name I don't remember, his name was Bob something, he was a handsome guy with black hair. That was one of the closest years we ever had, right? And as Cyndee knows in his tired of hearing, that particular contest, it was down to one fine detail. It was actually the shoes. The other contestant had platform shoes, and Cyndee had perfect shoes. And I mean, obviously, I also thought she was pretty good. So the celebrity judge was real emphatic. He was like pointing at you, her. And we were like, well, we've already got figured out that. So, well, my vote says. So you never know. Sometimes the celebrity judge just wants to be told what it's about and doesn't really have an opinion. Sometimes they get really into it. So that's really hard to predict. It depends on the judge. And this year we have Tori Bellecci, who's one of the build team from Mythbusters, which is Joe's favorite TV show. So there's actually kind of a connection. And Mickey Rooney. And the only far-reaching connection I can make there is he was married to Ava Gardner, who Joe thinks looks like Dawn. But he's been in 200 movies. I hear he's a phenomenal guy. Get off of it.
So is it the five of you? It's
5 of us. It is Ms. Amanda Benchuk, who took first place last year, that fabulous red out. Everyone thought she should have won for Collie Dawn, I know. But she did win, and so she'll be judging this year, and myself, and Joe, and Tori Bellecci, and I gotta say, Mickey Rooney. And Cyndee will be doing her usual great goodness, helping everyone be calm backstage.
By the way, if anybody has access to a Polaroid camera.
Oh yeah, does anyone happen to have access to a Polaroid camera?
I'll talk to you about what we're doing tonight.
More questions? Yes. All that stuff is on. There's a separate audio tech form. There's a registration form. There's an audio specifications form. Your audio is on CD, right? Yes. This year was the first year that we introduced a universal audio format. Until now, people have been bringing DVDs, cassettes, whatever. And that's part of the reason things have been sort of uneven with the quality of sound. CDs only now until.
Does it matter if it's a music format CD or an MPK?
No. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's an MP3 or regular CD. I will say though that MP3s, in my experience, are more prone to problem. Like a lot of players don't read MP3s correctly. Do you remember the girl last year did the dramatic presentation where the voices could be heard with a home-burned MP3 and the sound levels didn't translate? So you got to be very careful. Check your audio before you're ready to use it.
Yeah, it looks like to make sure it's something that you don't put in back in your mind like that.
True.
That they're going to ask where they go to.
Yes, that is
And
true.
nobody knows where
Although it
they're
should be better now.
at. I should
We have a zero audio team this year.
I know a couple of years, there were some CDs that went missing and nobody could find them.
Danny?
I went up there today to see if they didn't have a switch memory because they wanted to confirm the missing or, I just left it up there. I'm assuming that everything's okay. I don't know if they didn't want to take it in person, like, they didn't.
Okay, if you have, oh, this is an important point that I haven't mentioned yet. Last year, our backstage manager, and yes, I'm coming back around to this minute, was thrown into the show literally days before, and I think she did an okay job given what she had to work with. Her name is Kat Marson. If you guys have any overall problems, like can't get a question answered, are worried about your audio, you want to try to get her to tell you who the right person to talk to is. She is a little shorter than I am, very slender, slightly androgynous looking, wearing a kilt, very enthusiastic, really good person, and very on the ball. So if you guys have any backstage issues, like I don't know who to talk to, or I have a problem, Kat Marson is the name of the woman running backstage. Now that being said, the people you gave it to, I assume it was the registration people, yeah, they should have a hold of it.
Now, are they giving you guys numbers when you register? My only thing to make sure when you get backstage that they know that goes with your number.
Yes. Yeah,
You better make it.
Well, one year we actually had two people, it's almost the exact same name, I think it was just looking for one letter off, so make sure they don't get it mixed up with somebody else's.
So, someone asked me earlier, I think you, what time, how late can you skedaddle in there and still be under the wire? On the forms, it says 7:30. I really think it's important you guys try to get there at 7. In my experience, I'm sure Cyndie's experience is tested back in. There are,
I think there were people who got there at 6 o'clock. I mean,
that's a little long based on around bingo.
well, I think all the folks in the last year we ran to the wire last year with getting everybody's pictures together. Because there were so many girls there.
Yeah.
As soon as they get there,
That's probably good.
it's probably better than bathrooms, you know, people could be there to help you.
True.
Where are the bathrooms? Every year I'm sitting there going,
They're in the back.
Yes.
okay.
They're kind of in the back. They're
Okay.
a little hard to find, but I know last year there were
Oh,
bathrooms.
I do remember where there. You didn't, yeah, do you guys know when you first go into the backstage, there's a sort of a hallway type deal off to the side of it, like there's backstage and there's a hallway. If you follow the hallway, you snake around to the right. I'm pretty sure the bathrooms are right there. So.
Right, I mean, the sooner y'all we get down there, I think the photographers is probably better. Like I said, I'm gonna try to be down there at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Because last year.
I will not.
I'm going to because I know last year I got there at 7 and it was a madhouse.
That's true.
So I'm gonna try to be down there at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So
Yeah.
whatever time people get there, I think if you don't wanna feel rushed, the sooner the better.
That's true. And I do think you can get there. The form says you must be there by 7:30, and indeed you must. If you wheel in there at 7:30, I think it's going to be a very harrowing experience for you. I think it would be better to get there earlier, get your picture taken, get your little place lunch, just be calm, be chill. Everyone backstage is very welcoming, and they'll tell you if you're running your hose or something. You know,
Right, and
early is good.
I know a lot of people are now the pictures that were taken last year. They told me today they have all the brand new equipment, and they told me that the pictures would get much better quality than they were.
Today I have all new talk rooms.
That I don't know. I just know that they knew the pictures last year were not that great, and they're vowing to do a better job this year.
You know, Joe actually, I don't know if he's going to follow through on this, I don't get all excited, but Joe had actually talked about trying to get down early this year and helping